Well, yeah, we grew up. We all hung out together. Darrow was a unique guy. Of course, we called him Duck. And I would argue that he was probably our best offensive lineman the years that we played.
He was just patch of hell. He was 6'3", 260 pounds, could run, was just an incredible lineman. He was really an integral part of our 81 team on the offensive and defensive line. Just a phenomenal player.
Force. He's a force. That's the only thing I can think of. He's just a force. I mean, anybody played with him could just tell you. It's not like he tried to win every sprint we ever ran or anything like that. But when you put him on the football field to play, he loved hitting people. He just loved to hit people.
He played both probably equally as well, but on the offensive side is where it affected me, and he did a nice job on the offensive side. But he was an integral part of our team. I mean, he was solid on the offensive and defensive line. Every night you could depend on him. He played. He didn't have injuries. He didn't miss. He was on the field all the time. I mean, you just count on him all the time, and he was pretty dominant in his position.
I don't think there's a single school in the state of Ohio that had two 50-foot shot putters when we threw. So we were, and I said this, we were kind of the show. So he was a really good thrower, but as a football player, he was definitely a tough person.
We were playing in Benton County my senior year, and I got hit, and Tolliver came back and asked me, help me up, asked me the number, and I gave him the number of the player, and he ripped the offensive line and said he won't be back in the rest of the night. And he wasn't back in the rest of the night. And in fact, the next series or two later, he ended up knocking him out of the game.
But he was a great offensive player, great defensive player. As I said, I think he was one of our best, definitely the best offensive lineman we had. And tough, super tough. If you put him in today's society, where we know a whole lot more and a lot more training than we used to, he definitely would have been a beast. And you got to remember, we blocked back in the day where you had to chicken wing everyone. You weren't allowed to touch him, which would have been a lot more fun if you could have done that.
He was just a strong guy and really big. And he played beside Mays, and those guys would give the defensive lineman the play. They'd tell him where the ball was going. The ball's going over there this time, and you could see the guy. He just kind of relaxed, and then they'd tell him it was coming to him. It's coming right here. He would just hang his head like, "Oh no, I'm going to get rolled here."
He was a lot of fun. He was a great athlete. When you start thinking about people who you think are great athletes, who may not have got the notoriety at the state level that you think they should, he's definitely one of them. Darrow definitely. He definitely deserves it because he definitely was. I'd put him against anybody we've had come through Nelsonville.
When he set his mind to something on the football field, there wasn't too many people could stop him.
Definitely a good man, a good athlete. He was a great teammate. Can't say that enough. I mean, I was around a lot of good teammates, but he was definitely a good one.
I just want to congratulate him, and it's an honor, well deserved, and he's very deserving of the award. I'm just proud of him, and I appreciate all the things he did for me on the football field.